Hello again, beautiful artists, and welcome back to another episode of Paint Along with Skye. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Skye, and I post beginning level acrylic painting tutorials here on YouTube every Saturday. So make sure to hit subscribe so you can join the fun and paint along. And don't forget to hit the bell icon to be notified when I post a new video. Alright, so this week we are fast approaching a Valentine's Day, and I have a very appropriate Valentine's Day themed painting today called Be My Valentine. And I have my ruler today, so I have a wooden, just basic like school type ruler, and my 4 standard brushes that I use in most classes. So this kit that I use comes with a square brush, a medium-sized pointed brush, and then 2 small detail brushes. Gonna get those in my water cup off the side of the screen. The colors that I have to start with for today's background are really simple, just black and white. If you'd like to see a full materials list of everything that you need to paint along, go ahead and check the description box below. All right, let's go ahead and jump on in. So we're gonna keep it really simple with today's background step. And I'm gonna grab my second to smallest detail brush, and I'm going to mix up a little bit of a light gray. And this is just a color that I'm using instead of using like a pencil. You could use a pencil if you so desired. And I'm just gonna come here to the very bottom part of my canvas and put my ruler there at the bottom. And then I'm just going to do a little stripe with my paintbrush. And I should get a nice little straight line there. And then I'm just going to place that right on top of that same line. And I'm gonna work my way up here. And I'm not gonna worry too much about my line being disjointed or perhaps a little bit too fat in some places, because we're going to tidy everything up when we fill in these stripes. So we're just laying the foundation here for our background. When it comes to acrylic painting, we always are working from the background to the foreground. All right, working my way from the bottom up. You know, usually I go from the top down. It really doesn't matter how you'd like to get it all sketched out here, and however many you end up with is fine as well. And there we have a nice little stripy background. Perfect. I think I'll go ahead and upgrade brush sizes to fill in. I could even go ahead and use actually the big guy. And I am going to mix up a dark gray. You could go all the way to black with this color, but I think I want to go just a very dark gray, a little bit of white in there. So I don't want to go too dark for my Valentine's Day. I want to keep things bright and colorful and cheerful. And I'm just filling into my line, going as straight as I can across. Looking good. And I'm gonna go and fill in all my gray lines first. And take your time here. Trying to pull my brush there across as smoothly as I can. But you can finesse things and correct things with white later if you need to. And there's no such thing as perfection. Don't want to worry too much about it looking absolutely perfect. Just going for that black and white striped look. that I just think goes really well with Valentine's Day type colors. Was the main inspiration. I'm getting creative today. Nice, loose, simple, easy painting for Valentine's Day revelers of all skills and ages. Okay. Working my way here from the top down this time. But again, it's not too important. Doing straight lines as much as possible. Pulling my way across my canvas. Very meditative background today, rather than our crazy colors we often do. Okay, and I'm using my big square brush here still, but sometimes I use it so that it has a nice wide brush stroke. And then when I come back over, sometimes I flip it sideways so that I can get a little bit of a thinner line, a little bit more control. You can use your medium-sized brush instead during this step if you would prefer. Looking pretty good. Very technical. Liking the dark gray. Getting all of our brush strokes going the same direction. Okay, looking good. Now we are going to fill in the white with white, but let's go ahead and just step away for a second and let this black layer dry, and then we'll come back and we'll do a whole bunch more. All right, I'll see everyone in a few. Okay, welcome back, artists. We have a dry black stripy background, and I also put some fresh colors on my piece of palette paper here. So I also have some cadmium red and a little bit of burnt sienna type warm brown. And I'm going to jump right back into more of my background step with my beautiful vibrant red. Going to bring just a little pinch of white in there, not too light. And I'm going to start just by doing one side of a heart here in the middle. Always starting a little bit smaller than I think I need to be. And then I'm just going to try my best to copy it on the other side as equal as possible. If you're feeling particular and you'd like to have perfect heart shape, you can always make a quick paper cutout one where you fold it down the middle, cut just the one side, and then you get the two sides. You know what I mean? But I like to just start small and work my way out, evening out as I go. Okay, and trying to make a even bottom there. I always end up with one side bigger. But that's kind of the fun of it too. It's a little bit of imperfection. That's that artistic liberty, right? Okay, really simple, just a red heart. And we're going to try to fill it in as best we can with that first layer of red. That looks pretty good. I think I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. At least up top here. That looks pretty good. I think it's cute. I'm gonna go with it. Okay, and then now our Valentines. I think I'm gonna grab my second to smallest detail brush for this step, and we're just going to mix up a light beige, a letter color, so like an off-white, light beige here, and we're going to create little rectangles. You want them to only be maybe about half the size of your heart if you want the same kind of layout that I'm going for today. And these are our little manila colored envelopes for our Valentines. And we're going to do these sort of whimsically floating about. Here and there. And I like to sort of figure out my layout before I come back and fill things in. But you can again do that however feels right for you. And you want them to be going kind of topsy-turvy different directions. All different which ways. And some are gonna be coming off the side. Okay, like it's raining down Valentine's. All over the place. It's a party at the post office. Okay. And then once I have all my rectangles sketched out, I'm gonna go ahead and come back and fill them in with that same light beige. It's my whole little Valentine's Day extravaganza. Don't want to get too close to my heart. And make sure you have some coming off the side too. For that full extravaganza look. Cute. Okay, I'm gonna mix up a little more of my beige and then just come back in here and fill things in. Just doing base layers right now. And I'm thinking that by the time I get all my beige rectangles filled in, I might have enough dryness here to add a second coat of red on my heart, because I don't want to have that be see-through. And it's okay if some of your rectangles are slightly larger, because there'd be slightly different letter sizes, right? Some smaller. Very cute. Okay. Just getting all the main shapes kind of figured out for our base step here. Getting things layered up. Still working from the background to the foreground. Wanted to do something not so serious this week. And kind of whimsical and simple. Fun for all ages. Let me know in the comments section if you like this style painting, where it's a little more abstract, a little more fantasy, I suppose. Not sure. I've done my circuit in the sip and paint world for many years, but I also have that fine art background, so some classes sort of lean a little bit towards more capturing some realistic elements, whereas sometimes we're just straight imagining things. Like avalanches of Valentines. All right, this is looking almost finished. Oh, my little Valentines, so cute. Yeah, I'm gonna grab my medium-sized brush again and just get another quick second coat here on my red heart. Just get it nice and opaque so that I can't see my stripy background. Red has a little less coverage power than our beige does, so you might not need 2 coats with the beige. But for the red, I did need a second coat there. All right, that's looking good. Let's go ahead now and let this layer dry, and then we'll come back for our next layer. All right, I'll see everyone in another couple minutes. Okay, welcome back, artists. We have a dry mid layer here. I had to add just a little bit more red too in the drying process, but we're looking pretty opaque here, at least with my heart. And we're gonna add a little bit here on top of our little Valentines in this next step. I'm gonna grab my second to smallest detail brush, and here on my palette paper, this time I have black and white, as well as a red, a little bit of purple, and some phthalo green. And I'm gonna go into my Valentines now, and I'm going to seal them with hearts, because that's what you do, of course, when it is Valentine's. So you gotta make sure that all of your little letters are sent out with a heart, and I'm gonna start probably just with a little V, and then make it more heart-shaped. And I'm going to do the same thing with all 3 of my bright colors here. So I'm gonna have green hearts, purple hearts, and then pink hearts as well. Just like so, so cute. A little bit darker, just like so. And you can work in one area, or you can kind of jump around and balance out the color that way, which is more what I'll be doing, I think. But whatever you like to do, find that working on one area at a time, sometimes you get a little bit too detail oriented and lose sight of the big picture. And the hearts don't all need to be exactly the same shape, okay? So don't worry too much about that. It's looking cute. And then some of these would just have like half a heart coming off the side there. And then pink hearts as well. Nice bright pink color. Very cute. It's our third little accent color. Those classic pastels. Looking good. And I think I'll do one more pink one here. Cute, cute, cute. A couple more green ones. You can do really whatever colors you like here. Always feel free to get creative. And if you are painting along today, I would love to see your work. And I have created a Facebook group called the Art Club. That's designed for my students to share their work, whether it be from painting along with me or just from your own imagination. I'd love to see it. All right, it's looking pretty good to me. I think I'm going to actually grab a little bit more burnt sienna right there on my palette because it's a little bit see-through still on some of my little postcards, or my letters rather, and it is bothering me. So I'm gonna do a quick little second coat where needed. Once I have my little heart shapes all filled in, I'm just going to finesse that a little bit. And make sure that things aren't see-through. Just a quick little second coat. Okay. And some of these, you wouldn't even see the heart part, but I need to do a few more. Still with color. Much better. Quick detail stop there. And I'm thinking, I can't decide what color to put there. I think I'll do green coming off the side here. Cute. And then purple right here. Decisions, decisions. Cute. Okay, looking good. I like it. And I think a little bit more beige in this guy too. Always feel free to put any other details that you need. You don't need to follow along with me the whole time. You can always jump around a little bit. One more little half heart. Off the side. All right, that's looking really cute. I'm gonna grab my black now and work a little bit more here on the background just by doing a quick outline of my letter shape. I'm gonna do a quick outline of the heart, and I'm also gonna do two little lines like so, and that's what's going to give our rectangle that letter shape. And I'm just doing this very lightly, and you could definitely use your smaller detail brush for this as well. But I like the kind of varied thickness of brush strokes that I get here, and it's not an exact outline. You see it's sort of deliberately off-centered, deliberately a little bit wonky. That's kind of the fun of it, right? It's funky. And it's giving us that illustrator look. Two little diagonal lines. Very whimsical. So much love. Your smaller brushes will give you a little bit more control here if you need it, and make sure that you have the ones going off the side here. If you have that long side of your rectangle, you're going to have part of that line showing. Very easy, quick little Valentines. I like that we did the light, medium sort of dark gray in the background, because now we have that nice contrast here with the black. Okay. Quick little touch up over there. I jump all around. Very cute. Should have started from the top, because now I'm going to pull my sleeve through my colors. Be mindful of that. And gotta make sure I have my little diagonals on everyone. And outlines of every heart. Almost finished. Last one. Very satisfying. Okay. Let's make sure we have a nice clean brush, and I am going to take a little bit of white in our little white sections here finally. But I'm leaving those so that we can see exactly where our white needs to be. But we do actually want to bring paint in there rather than just leaving it white. Just makes everything look a little bit more consistent, but you don't have to be super neat and tidy about it. Just a little bit of paint, and this is a good opportunity to finesse things as well if you need. So you can sort of straighten anything out that you might need. And double check to make sure that your stripes are as straight as you can get them. And just a little bit of paint texture in there is all we need, really. Make everything look nice and consistent. All right. On either side. And again, not worrying too much about getting in all those little areas. And a good chance to correct any straight lines that you run into. I'm always sort of correcting things as I go. It's all in the details. Okay, that looks great. Let's go ahead and move into the middle heart again now. So first things first, I'm gonna do a nice solid black outline, of course, because we're doing that illustration style today. So we gotta have the nice black clean outline. And I'm just focusing as best as I can and trying to get as straight of a line as I can, but that hand paintedness, that's okay. That's all part of the fun of it. That's all part of the style. Okay, looking good. And now we need to decide what we want to say in the middle. I think I'm going to downgrade my brush, my little tiny one. And the word love is a good one to do as well. But since we're doing Valentine's, I feel like I have to do Be Mine. So I'm gonna do Be Mine, and I'm gonna do the first word a little bit higher up. And I'm just freehanding this in good old-fashioned cursive, if you can remember from grade school. If not, you can just skip forward a bit, or a trick that I've always liked is you can put it in a word processor, like a word program, and put it in a cursive font. And once you get the first letters put down, come back and thicken them up a little bit. And kind of, again, straighten things a little bit. And we could even do a question mark. Be Mine. And maybe we have a little heart shape on our question mark, and a little heart shape on the eye. I'm getting really girly today. That's okay, I like it. You can do whatever little message you like, really, on the inside here. Be Mine. Pretty cute. And I'm gonna grab a little bit of white now and just go right on top of sort of like the curves here. And then a little bit along the straight parts as well, kind of slightly overlapping things. Like a little ghost on top of it. Top of the first black. All right. Black and white together, a little bit easier to see. Pretty cute. All right. Gonna grab my second to smallest or second to largest brush again. And I'm gonna take a little bit of light pink Just gonna take it here into my little heart area as sort of like a final touch. Little highlight, it's almost like a cake. And if you need to do even one more little coat of red anywhere, you can add some final red. Just a little bit more opacity, and it helps you blend if you got a little bit too heavy-handed, but a little bit of like a highlight there. Cute. That kind of final cartoon look. Okay. Let me know what you thought of today's painting in the comments section below. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to see you over in the art club, so please make sure and join us over there. And that is all the instruction that I have for everyone in this. Let me know what you thought of today's painting in the comments section below. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to see you over in the art club, so please make sure and join us over there. And that is all the instruction that I have for everyone this week. So thanks for painting along, and until next time, stay creative.